Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to today's video. So today I'm doing a review on two new Bad Habit Beauty palettes, and this is an extension of their After palette collection. So they came out with 4 palettes and I did reviews on those, and now they came out with 2 more, and this is the After Charge palette and then we have the Afterglow palette, and these are both dupes for the 2 new Huda Beauty Mini Obsessions palettes. So these are the shades right here. You guys will see more details when I go into the review, but I love reviewing dupe products. I think it's so much fun because you get to get a really good formula basically most of the time, and also get a dupe for a product that you may have been wanting but couldn't afford previously. And you guys can always get 10% off your entire order on ShopHush on the app or the website. Just use my code. It's my name, Kim. I will put it here on the screen so you guys can see. It is an affiliate code, but you guys get a discount, so it kind of works out really nicely. If you guys are curious to find out my thoughts on these 2 eyeshadow palettes, and also I'm gonna do a look with each palette, so definitely stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. It's the first link down below in my description box. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on future videos, and let's get into reviewing these 2 new palettes. So I was really excited when I saw these 2 come out, and I knew right away that they were dupes for the new Huda Beauty Mini Obsessions palette. So she has 2 new ones that came out, and the first one, I pulled it up here on Sephora website. The first one that is being duped is Coral from Huda Beauty, and so that is the Afterglow palette. It's literally the same colors, they just kind of shift them around in here. And then the next new one she came out with is called Gemstone, and these are $27. Is Gemstone. There is the new After Charge palette from Bad Habit Beauty. I think they always do such a good job duping these palettes, so I'm gonna go more into detail, but I wanted to just show you guys some swatches. So like, I'll do a couple here, but then I will also do some close-ups. Swatch very nicely. There's the blue. We also have the purple. Like, look how pretty that blue is. It's called Stardust. I actually did a look with that one. Then we have Rebound. They're like pressed pigments. And this is, we'll do round 2. They feel so soft to the touch. I also wanted to swatch the lighter shade here. This is called Energize. It's like a kind of like a duochrome color, and again I will show you swatches close up of both the After Charge palette and also the Afterglow palette. These palettes do retail for $12 each if you buy them individually, or you can get them together in a bundle and it's $20, so you do save some money. You save about $4, so it is worth it to get the bundle if you want both of them. But you can also get them individually if you're just interested in like getting the After Charge palette, or you just want the Afterglow palette, which kind of reminds me a lot of my ColourPop Yes Please palette, kind of in the same family. Here's my ColourPop Yes Please palette, and then here is the new Afterglow palette from Bad Habit Beauty, just so you guys can see a side-by-side comparison. The good thing about these palettes versus the Huda Beauty Mini Obsessions palettes is that you get so much more product in here. So in here you get 0.32 ounces, 8.9 grams, and in the Huda Beauty mini palettes you only get 0.05 ounces and 1.3 grams, and it's more money. So definitely worth it in terms of size and price to get these. So if you guys missed my video on the first 4, which is Aftershock, After Hours, After Party, and After Dark, I will link that video down below, but I want to focus today on the 2 new palettes that they came out with, and they have Afterglow, which is totally like the colors of 2017, 2018, very like sunset like. And then we have After Charge, and this one is stunning. Like, I think I was really excited to dive into this one. Like, look at those colors, and I'm excited to just start playing with these and swatching them and seeing what they look like. So let's get on into the look. I have nothing on right now. I'm not going to do foundation or anything beforehand. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Afterglow on one eye, and I'm going to do After Charge on the other eye, so we can play around with both and see how they are. Either of these palettes, Afterglow or After Charge, have a matte shade to set my eyeshadow, and it's always like an essential for me. I have to set my eyeshadow primer, so I'm just going to dig into a different palette for that. So I'm going to start out with Afterglow into Blossom first as my transition shade, right in the crease. Okay, this is such a nice transition shade. It applied really nicely. It's not patchy or anything. Do the shade right here, Illuminate, with a smaller crease brush. And Illuminate's kind of like a corally kind of brown. That's like the way I can describe it. And yeah, it's like super coral right in the crease. I'm gonna take the shade Beam right here. Maybe I'll play with that yellow too. And this is like another rusty brown color. I'm just gonna put that right in the outer V and just kind of smoke it out. And kind of put it a little bit into my crease. But this is blending out really nice too. I am not surprised that Bad Habit palettes always blend out so nicely. The shade Luster looks so stunning. It reminds me a ton of Angelic from the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette, and then also the Rose Gold palette. There's like, I don't know if it'll show up, but there's a swatch of it. It's so pretty. It has like a pink with a gold shimmer running throughout it. The shade Brilliant right here. It's kind of similar. It's a pink with a gold running throughout it, and I want to dip my brush in there. And let's see if this applies with a brush. I might need to use my finger, because sometimes these super like metallic-y colors from ShopHush, you need to use your finger, because it's applying just decently with the brush. I feel like maybe my finger could do a better job. Yeah, it's just okay. Let's see if we do it with the finger. Oh yeah, it is so much more of an impact. Look at that. Look at the difference. With, you have to use your finger. You can see that gold so much better. That is actually a stunning lid color. It literally kind of looks like fire or something. I want to add a little more of Beam. I'm going to take some of Beam right there and put it on the lower lash line. I'll go ahead and line my upper lash line. And this is the DHC Liquid Eyeliner EX Perfect Pro eyeliner pen. I'm also just going to pop in some nude liner in my waterline here. This is the Pixie Eye Bright Liner. Now I'm going to move on to the After Charge palette, and this one is so pretty. I'm trying to decide what kind of look I want to do. I think though that I do want to put a transition shade in my crease, so I'm just going to go into Glint from the Afterglow palette. Afterglow, yeah. And I just need to have some sort of transition shade in all my looks, so that's why I'm doing this. You can use any like matte brown shade that you have. This brush is so scratchy. It's the Morphe M441. It's like really kind of hurting my eye a bit right now. So I think I want to go into this shade right here, New Life, and just kind of lay that down on the lid. I use my finger because it's one of those shimmery shades, and it's almost like a duochrome kind of color. And I'm just going to lay this down on the first part of my lid right here. Such a pretty color. Has like that, I don't want to say holographic, but it's definitely more of like a duochrome effect to it. The palette is shimmers, which is really cool. You just don't have any mattes to play with, which is a little bit different for me. I'm trying to adjust to that. I'm going to take the shade Bounce Back and put that in like the center of my lid. And when I dipped my brush into this, it was so creamy. But again, it doesn't lay down nice with the brush, so I'm just going to use my finger. So I just kind of blended the two colors together. So hard to pick. There's so many pretty colors. I think I'll take Second Wind, and I don't know how this is going to apply with this like little outer corner brush. This is the Morphe R39. And I'm just going to kind of put this in the outer corner. I guess we're doing a purple look. This is pretty decent with this brush. Again, these colors are so much better with your finger, but I don't think I can really do my outer corner using my finger. I feel like it's just gonna look like a hot mess. So, oh yeah, actually that looks really good. It's more pigmented with the brush than I thought it was gonna be, is what I'm trying to say. But I feel like I'm losing a lot of that purple I put on the center, which stinks. Ooh, that is a pretty purple. But see, that middle color just disappeared. I'm gonna try and put it back. Then I will take the shade right here, Round 2. It's like a coppery magenta color, very pretty. And I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. That like holographic-y duochrome shade, I'm just gonna put more of it right on the inner corner. And I'm just gonna clean up the purple. But I do feel like I keep losing this shade right here that I put in the middle, and I feel like I just keep reapplying it, which is kind of annoying, but it's like the nature of these shimmery shades. Just have to keep playing with them. Then I'm going to just line this eye. Okay, so here are the two looks I came up with. This is After Charge and this is Afterglow. I didn't put on any mascara because I want to wipe one eye off and make them match for like my intro and stuff. But I think they are both really nice. This one is definitely not a palette you can use like on its own because you do need to pull in other colors. Like, this is not a standalone palette, which is fine. It's more of a colorful palette, but you will need to use something else with it for your transition shades. But it is a really fun palette. I just found that you really can only use your fingers with these, as you guys saw. I mean, actually, no. This shade, Second Wind, I did use a brush, and it really came out super pigmented. Like, you guys see how pretty that purple looks. So I actually think some of these are okay with a brush, but the lighter colors, like New Life and Energize, which is so pretty, it's that like duochrome pinky gold shade. Those I think are much better off with your finger. You get so much more pigment. Same feelings with Afterglow with the shimmers. I really like the color scheme in here, and it's just like a super popular color scheme right now. So like yellow, orange, red, really like warm red tones. Those are kind of like the pros and cons of the palettes. So I'm gonna go finish up. I'm probably gonna go with this look, so I'm gonna take off this eye and match it up to this eye, and then I will come back and chat with you guys again. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I did just go take some outfit pictures, so I don't know if it looks as fresh as it did before. I still think it looks good, but one thing I noticed is that on my eyes, the shimmer kind of like fell off, and it's not on my left eye anymore. So I was thinking that what would probably help is to put a glitter glue sticky base underneath before you apply the shadows, just because if I see it's falling off like that, that kind of gives me a warning sign that it needs more of a sticky base. So I just want to warn you guys about that and about the shimmers in here. I would definitely try and use the NYX glitter primer, the e.l.f. one, if you're looking for something more affordable, or you can use the Too Faced glitter, I forget the name, glitter or whatever it's called, primer. That's kind of like the downfall to these. You do need to take the extra step, and you have to use your finger. The brush does not work great on the shimmers, but the mattes blend out beautifully. I really like the way that the mattes apply. I love the color scheme in this palette. The shades are very pigmented, and the mattes perform really well. It's just that little caveat that I was telling you guys with the shimmers, but the shimmers are still beautiful. You just kind of have to work with them. And again, I can't compare these to the Huda Beauty palettes because I don't own the Huda Beauty mini palettes, but if any of you guys do, down below, let me know if you have compared the two and what you think. I always love the Bad Habit formula, and the After Charge palette I think is such a stunning shimmer palette, really fun. I don't own like a palette like this, and that's why I really enjoy it. Love the selection of shades in here. I can't wait to play around with this more. I really want to use Rally, and I want to use these two shades, Rebound and Round 2. Down here they're like those coppery shimmer shades, but the formula on these is just super interesting. Like they're very kind of wet feeling, but it's more like kind of like a loose, feels like a pigment, like a pressed pigment is the best way I can describe it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out these palettes if you guys are looking for dupes for the Huda Beauty little mini palettes. I say you can probably save some money. Those are, I believe, $27. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my little review on the new After palettes from ShopHush and Bad Habit Beauty. I'm really excited because I saw they just came out with a dupe also for the Natasha Denona Star palette, and I actually do own that, so I will hopefully do a comparison on those two palettes very soon, so stay tuned. But I love reviewing stuff from Bad Habit Beauty, and ShopHush is just always so amazing, and they're always so nice to me. So thank you, ShopHush, for letting me try these out. I hope you guys liked this video, and please let me know if you're going to pick up either one of these palettes. If you're interested in them, let me know. Please comment down below, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!